What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So guys, channel membership is now live. Link is in the description and the first comment. Do check it out. That would really help support the channel. So let's start this video with classic physique, especially Justin Badurina, who is on his way to crack top 10 at this year's Mr. Olympia in classic. I do not think he's on many people's radar, but I do think that he's about to shock many people come Olympia in October. So his most recent update, 14 weeks out, that might be among the most jaw-dropping updates by any classic physique competitor this year. He looks so huge that you have to wonder how he's gonna make the weight cutoff. The legs from the front, as well as from the side, they are just way too good and way too complete. And some of the biggest differences in his physique this time around, they are gonna be in his arms and in his back. Now for those of you guys who do not remember, he won Tampa Pro last year and he placed 14th at Mr. Olympia last year. And the man played it very smart by doing a show just after the Olympia, and he secured his Olympia spot for this year very early, and then he dove right into a big off season. And I'm gonna say that was a very productive one, and that is now in the books as he has now just started the prep for this upcoming Mr. Olympia. And I do think that he's gonna be very dangerous, going into only his second Mr. Olympia ever. So this might be an overstatement for now, as Justin hasn't cracked top 10. But if he keeps on improving his back, he has all the tools to go all the way to the top. So this is a physique that truly fits every classic physique definition. I mean, the guy is classic from every angle. So his 8-year transformation, that just goes to show us a story of consistency, discipline and resilience. And from the looks of it, it is 100% gonna pay off this time. Because not only is he very complete from every angle, but he has the ability to get bone dry and come in absolutely ripped. So let me know what you guys think. How high can he place at this upcoming Mr. Olympia? And where do you guys rate his physique in classic? Quinton Beastwood just dropped another mind-blowing update, which is simply too hot to ignore. So this does look like a recent one, and I'm just giving my opinion based on the condition that is showcasing right now. So he must be around 3 weeks out from this upcoming Tampa Pro, and the size that he's currently holding on to, that is simply bonkers. That is insanity. And this is exactly what was missing from Quinton for all these years, especially what happened last year. More specifically what happened at the New York Pro. He just burned himself to the ground with his former coach Matt Jensen by not pulling back in terms of cardio and that continuous food cut, eating very low carbs. And as a 290 pounds bodybuilder, he does require a lot of fuel to maintain that kind of muscle mass, that kind of size. So that was a big mistake made by his coach Matt Jensen. So Quinton most probably is gonna be one of the most crazy looking physique, if not the most crazy looking physique at this upcoming Tampa Pro stage, especially from the front. No one has better shape, better aesthetics, and better structure than him. And that is kind of true in any kind of lineup. On top of all that, the man is 6'1", so he's gonna stand out not just at this upcoming Tampa Pro, but in any kind of lineup. Provided that he nails the condition, he 100% nails this peak. And that is why I do think he has got to be the favorite to win this upcoming Tampa Pro show and get his first ever Olympia qualification. So has Andrew Jack ever said that he's worried about anyone? Yes, he mentioned one guy, and that is Quinton Beastwood. And that is when he was asked which physique is gonna be a huge threat to literally everyone if he brings up his back and fills out his frame. And that was back in 2022 at Texas Pro. And that is how high so many people rate Quinton's physique and his potential. But I get that by the fans. They say that he's kind of overhyped because he hasn't won anything just yet. And the man has been a pro since 2017. But that being said, he's still very young and he still has got plenty of time. So do you guys have Quinton as the favorite to win this upcoming Tampa Pro? Next up, we have an update from Colossus Ken, who wrapped up his rookie season, and the man did pretty well. He went for the New York Pro for his pro debut, and the top 4 out of those top 6 guys at the New York Pro, they were all top 10 Olympians. and Ken placed top 6 at that show, and that was just behind Sazan Hirati. Now many of us thought he wasn't fairly judged at this past Legion Sports, and he deserved higher than 5th place. Now he made a good call to end the season after the Legion Sports because he got the experience as well as the feedback from the judges and also the comparisons with all these top guys. That is gonna help him figure out what he has to do for the future and what the judges wanna see from him. And eventually every IFBB pro, they have one ultimate goal of getting to the Olympia stage. And as per the judges' call and the placing that Ken got, obviously he needed more work in terms of his overall physique, especially in the back. Now Ken did what he was supposed to do in his rookie year. That was bring more size and good enough condition. And the man delivered on both of them. And remember, from the time he earned his pro card to this year's New York Pro, he put on a lot of size and a lot of new tissue. So first of all, he has to make sure to get some density and the thickness and get that muscle more mature. And secondly, his back needs more work and it needs more density and more thickness. So with another off season, he's gonna be a more formidable competitor. And honestly, that is the biggest challenge in open bodybuilding. Most of these pros in the open ranks, they will always strive for more size and more mass. And some just do not have the genetics to be very big and very huge. We have the likes of Rafael Brandao, Evan Regan Grimes. Ken, on the other hand, has just shown us that he is very capable of packing on a lot of muscle and mass on his frame. So his upper half is already pretty damn impressive. And with more density, he's gonna become an even more formidable competitor. So looking forward to him working during the off-season and bring a very improved and a much better package sometime next year. Next up, we have an 8 weeks old physique update from Robin Strand, the Canadian IFBB pro, who has put in a lot of work since Dubai Pro last year to present a better physique whenever he steps on stage next. And that is gonna be in about 8 weeks time in those last Olympia qualifiers. And that is a very good choice. So Robin does have some issues. For instance, the arms, they need to get bigger. The quads from the front, they also need more volume. But the man got pretty damn massive during this past off season, working with Hassan Mustafa. And we are probably gonna see some major upgrades on his physique this time. So he had a couple of very decent showings last year. And he got good placings too. Now with all those genetic limitations and the weaknesses that he has, one cannot ignore his ability to come in very dry and absolutely ripped. And the man remained very consistent all throughout the 4 shows that he did last year. So more size is something that Robin can offer, and this is what he's aiming to bring at this upcoming Italy Pro. Now I am pretty sure if he improves his quads from the front, that will improve his shape and his flow to a very great extent. So let's wait and see how much more he can improve in the next 8 weeks or so. Next up, we have 13 weeks old physique update from Orsk Lashinsky. So it's the same guy, regarding whom people used to say that he will always have weak arms. Well, he still isn't among those guys with the best arms and classic physique. But man, he's a true hard worker, and he was able to improve those lagging body parts a lot since 2021. The year he made his classic physique debut, while all the other guys like Terrence, Brion, Ramon, they switched placings. Ors, on the other hand, he has been very consistent in placing top 3 at the Olympia. And with the kind of work ethic that Ors has, he is probably gonna show up with the best physique of his career because of a very long off season that he had for the very first time since 2021. Now some of us thought he would never be an Olympia title contender, especially with a weak back and weaker arms, but he was able to improve on them, especially last year after the Arnold, which was really very surprising. So great to see him collaborating with Marcus Rule, one of the best bodybuilders who came out of Germany. And he's a guy who has a massive fan following among the bodybuilding fans because he was like the biggest freak, probably of all time. So 13 weeks out, Ors, we all know, is gonna be shredded to the bone for this upcoming Mr. Olympia because that is the only way for him to make the weight cutoff. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.